Alright, so this is a video showing off some really cool blockouts in the tag build of early maps and cut maps. This is the structure level multi Z07 Island. So this is Z07 Island, a cut map and a blockout, reminiscent of Relic and Coagulation combined. So I am going to be showcasing many maps like this throughout this video. Stay tuned for more, and you can use these to create Forge maps in Halo Infinite. I'm recording this a day before Halo Infinite Forge comes out for a reason. I'm going to try to get as much cool blockouts as I can so you guys can check this out. Here is the map Island. As you can see, it is a symmetrical map where you have an island and water on each side. You have this huge center structure. You can see my Spartans down in the middle. So this is a Halo 4 cut map, just in case you couldn't tell. But yeah, here's another base, as you can see the layout. What I'm going to do is bring my character over here, and then I'm going to go just check it out. It's always easier to check things out in person to get a better view of it when you're not getting those aerial angles. So as you can see, pretty straightforward blockout. You just got geometry going uphill. Kind of dig maps like this. I'm a simple guy. I love symmetry, but you know, I will say some of the best gameplay kind of came on maps that don't have symmetry. But you know, when it comes to Halo, something about symmetry just always, you know, the most memorable maps were symmetrical to me. So this might be a cool one to recreate. But as you can see, this kind of goes underground, which is really cool. Got some water in this little center area. Maybe it fell down like with a waterfall. They are adding water to Forge and more effects, as well as, you know, regions of water you can probably just grid lock out, you know, plop into the map. It'd be really interesting if you had a scalable water plane so that you can make it any size necessary. I wonder if they'll do that for Forge. That would be next level. It's already next level, so. But yeah, as you can see, we got the center structure over here. I'm just going to keep flying to get better aerial views. As you can see the scale. It is a very decently large map. The center has these ramps to get from one side to another, as well as alternate side paths. I actually do like this map. This might be a map I recreate in Halo Infinite Forge if no one else does. It does look very interesting though. Definitely my cup of tea when it comes to maps. But yeah, it looks like each side has these little pathways. Yeah, so they're not much different from each other, but let me just get some more aerial angles. I'm going to get a full over the top. Man, the camera is so sensitive in this build. But here you go. The aerial view of the map. Island. Just not Forge Island. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this clip. I will be going on to the next scenario. Scenario and BSP for levels, Firefight. Firefight 80 Central. It's a cut map from Halo 4. And it could be used for what appears to be either multiplayer, or I guess it was made for Firefight. But I'm just going to fly around it so you can check it out. And then, you know, if you ever want to use this blockout for a map in Forge for Halo Infinite, you are welcome to. So, let's check it out. So, first of all, it's very symmetrical. You got a base on each side. So let me fly down and check out those bases real quick. You basically spawn in a normal Forerunner beam tower type situation. And then you can come out over here. It looks like there's an underground area, and the central structure is kind of lifted into the air, held up and stuff like that. Looks a little bit more traditional Forerunner than we see in the final game of Halo 4. It's still hard to tell though, because these blockouts are very blocky, which didn't really end up looking like the final game, but you know. It's still pretty interesting though. This map is actually not physical in this build, so I'm not able to run around it. But I should be able to at least get like the layout from just flying around. So again, you got the bottom area. You got these little rooms. You can run through here. It looks like something would be going on right here. I don't really know what this is, but I don't know. It's hard to tell what they were planning. I would imagine like a lift or something would be over here, but it doesn't appear that they did that. Maybe they were going to put a teleporter? I don't know. But then you got this little second story. Going all the way up to the third story. Got a little internal section in the center. Fly through the wall. Not sure if that was a gate that was supposed to open or something, maybe with the switch. You got a wild flying Master Chief. Looks like you would run up here. And then you got this very top area. Here you can put the hill or, you know, center objective. But yeah. Then you got these little ramps, or I guess pathways, leading out to the side right here. And then you got one over here. The little walkways and ramps leading up to it. Let's see if we can go inside here at all. It looks like there's a underground room we can go in. Another glowing light. Probably just to show like a base color. I don't know. Usually that's what that means. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a very simple map. Try to get everything pretty, you know, in detail so you don't miss anything. And then, before I end the video, I'll get some better angles for the map and viewing and all that. So it looks like there's two beam emitters going into a central one, which is pretty cool. But you can see the whole entire layout from here. But yeah, let's see if I can get some other angles, you know, maybe below. The map will look good too. I'll just kind of fly around it from above real quick as well. But yeah, it's one last below angle, and that will be it for Firefight Central, or whatever this map was going to be called. What do we got going on down here? So since it's a firefight map, and it's not physical, it looks like all the bad guys spawn and just fall to their death in sequential order. That's pretty funny. Actually, let me play this real quick. We gotta check this out. Just for the sake of the video. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's Corbin, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out. Alright, so here's another very early blockout. This is Haven. The scenario is environments, temp, gust, avor, wraparound, design. So it's the design scenario for Haven. Very early blockout. You can see that they had a slightly different idea coming through. You have the whole wraparound still, and then you have this ramp. But there was normally just a huge sky structure, but they had all these tall, you know, pillars that kind of like ended up turning into something else so that you could see the sky box probably a lot better and all that. But I mean, it's basically the same setup, but I'll fly through it and kind of like try to get a, you know, some good angles just in case you want to use this for a new map, or if you just like the layout but not the actual map, or whatever your needs are. I'm just gonna show you just in case there's anything different. As you can see, you got these sides. You can still assume that the, you know, launch pad would be put there, unless you just want to jump off the, you know, map. But yeah, it's essentially the same layout as you know from Wraparound, just very early. It's just interesting how all the structures go all the way up in this one. They didn't do that in the final one. I wouldn't mind creating a more encapsulated version of Haven, where it's kind of confined inside a whole bunch of Forerunner structure. That might even look a little bit more like Halo 3's design than Halo 4's, which is kind of a cool thing. This might be Forerunner design blockout before it really hit Halo 4 style. But just like all blockouts, they're very early and primitive, and there's no way to tell exactly where they were going. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna go on to the next one now. What's up? So now this is the scenario levels multi Blood Gulch, which is just Ragnarok or Valhalla. So I figured I'd show you this one for the simple reason that if you check out this map, it's like they were testing out a different version of Valhalla or Ragnarok, where it had these different little walkways along the side that you can scale the walls with, which, you know, I'm sure they cut this because it just, like, you know, implementing that into the map and making it make sense. I don't know. I don't see how you would really totally do it. Like, why would there be structures there? You know, like, I don't really get what they were doing, but just in case you wanted to see this to recreate this version of Ragnarok or Valhalla and Forge for Halo Infinite, I am going to show it off. So as you can see, kind of just come around these little ramps that you can jump and access, and then you can scale the walls and access the wall, in different areas, as you can see, and it keeps going all the way around. Same thing on the other side. I'll teleport my character just to show you kind of like what you would probably do. So I mean, as you can see, it's already like too tall to jump on for some areas. So it is pretty confusing, like what they were trying to do. What the heck? I don't know what the heck that was. But yeah, like it's like they didn't even like test it out because you can't even really utilize them properly. So I'm not really sure what to say about all these little side walls and walkways. But in case you want to reuse that idea, that's why I still showed it, just in case. But yeah, let's move on to the next scenario. Alright guys, so that's it for the video. I'm gonna briefly just show off the scenario for the blockout of Complex. Now, Complex is a lot of people's favorite Halo 4 map, so I figured I'd just not forget this. I think I showed it only in a picture before, so that's also why. But just in case you wanted the, basic layout of Complex when it was still in Blockout, it might be easier to recreate the map using this instead of the actual map, just because it's a lot more detailed, and you can always kind of start off here and then create it into your own map. But just in case you need this, here is the fly-through and some different angles of the original Complex blockout. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found some of these clips useful, and I hope you use them in Halo Infinite's Forge or something like that in the future. So yeah, it's Corbin, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out, and enjoy the rest of this clip, and that'll be it. Just gonna let it play and then just end.